Telling you about my best friend. He's a warm-hearted person who loved me till the end.
We're always happy to welcome back David Stroud from the Gulf Coast Humane Society. Joining him is Karen Schickadens, who is the Marketing and Events Assistant. Good morning. I like saying your last name, Schickadens.
Thanks, I get that a lot.
All right, so the cat that you brought this morning, his name is David. Really, David? You had to name a cat after you?
That's pretty narcissistic, isn't it? I can't take any credit for it, and wouldn't take any credit for it. No, David came to us from the Calusa Humane Society just a few weeks ago. Already named David. So he's our special guest today, along with Karen, who is making her world television debut today on Fox 4 Morning Blade.
Welcome, Karen.
Thank you.
So going to be helping with the events and marketing. He's going to have you busy because they're always doing something at the Gulf Coast Humane Society. Yeah. Well, tell us a little bit about David and who would make a good family for him. And
sure. Well, David's 5 years old.
The cat, by the way, not you.
No, that is true. Even in cat years. David is 5 years old, a domestic short hair mix. I just love this cat. And you know what? He's also more than just a cat.
Really?
Yes, because of his temperament and personality, our staff has also dubbed him our resident social butterfly.
Ah.
He's good with anybody. This is just a wonderful, wonderful cat. David and I have something else in common besides our name, by the way.
And being a social butterfly. I would call you a social butterfly as well.
Yeah, okay, well then let's add to that list. We both probably could stand to lose a few pounds.
No, I don't think so.
David's a big kitty. He's a big kitty.
That's all right. That means that he's healthy.
Yeah, and he's just a lovable ball of fur. I mean, this is just a wonderful, wonderful kitty cat.
And he's 5 years old?
5 years old, came to us from the Calusa Humane Society. A lot of folks may not realize we're a no-kill shelter, but when we've got an extra cat cage or dog run, we reach out to some of the other local shelters and rescues that may be having some issues with capacity. And in the last 2 years, we have transferred into the Gulf Coast Humane Society over 1,000 animals from other shelters and rescue groups.
Well, and is this the cat room here, the before?
This is the before. This is where David and his buddies have had to live in our no-kill shelter. Now, they get out every day because our wonderful volunteers come out and they socialize with our cats, but then they need to...
David, look at the room now! My goodness!
That's one of our new playrooms as part of Mission 2012. We're completely doing some facelifts and upgrades with our cat areas. We're going to have an indoor free roaming cat area with a lot of cats in very few cages.
How important is that to have them out of the cage and be able to kind of roam around on their own?
It's extremely important because then we get to see their true colors. Like right here, this is very exciting. For the first time ever, our shelter cats are going to have access to fresh outside air and sunshine in a screened outdoor...
The cats will too?
The cats will, yes.
Wow, yeah, that's very unheard of. Yeah. I haven't seen any at a Humane Society.
So they're going to be in a more of a home-like environment, and our potential adopting families can come interact with them and not have to take them out of cages and put them back into cages. It's very, very exciting. It's part of Mission 12, and that's just...
Yeah, what is part of your Mission 12? Because I know you're always up to something, always wanting to remodel, and you've done such a great job already. So what are you doing this year?
Well, there's a series of projects that we've dubbed Mission 2012, and it's all across our campus of our shelter and our clinic. We haven't left the dogs out of the picture either, because we're doing a lot of repairs and upgrades on Kennel 1, which is our original kennel. It's decades old, and it needs new front gates. We're going to install a new automated watering system, repair the ceiling, repair the floors. We're building...
How are you going to get money to do all of that, David?
Well, it's a very good question, Carly. I'm going to tell you how we're not going to get it. We don't get any tax funding of any kind from federal, state, or local governments. We don't get any funding from any national animal welfare group. Some people think Humane Society of the United States, you make a donation, it trickles down to local shelters. It does not. How we are raising the money for this is through individual donations and corporate sponsorships. We are in need of both. So if folks out there today, whether they own a business or just individually want to help out, they can make a donation via check, they can mail it in, they can make a charge donation on the phone. They could donate online. You could indicate right on your donation Mission 2012. You could even indicate which project of Mission 2012 you'd like your money earmarked for.
Well, and I know you have these great events coming up as well where you can find out more about the Humane Society. I told you he was going to keep you very busy. So I know Dogs Night Out is coming up.
Yes, first Thursday of every month we have Dogs Night Out in Coconut Point from 6 to 8 p.m. And it's a great way to be able to bring your dog out to meet other dogs, and we get to bring our shelter dogs out. And it's awesome because they get to get out of the shelter for a night and get lots of love from tons of people and other animals, so we love it so much. and we have a DJ. And this coming Dogs Night Out, which is a week from today, is going to be Fox 4's own Greg Tanner. Greg Tanner. So he's great. And we always have a raffle with a basket from Dippity Dog. And so it's a lot of fun. And I encourage people to come out and support the Gulf Coast Humane Society.
All right, awesome. Well, a lot of big things coming up in 2012. Yes. I love it. I'm glad we're a part of it.
Thank you.
And hopefully we can get David, the cat David, a home. When are you going to be open today for people to find out about David and
12 o'clock today.
Adopt him?
David's ready to go home. 12 o'clock today.
And he's been so good. That's pretty impressive for a cat just to sit there for 5 minutes. So. Well, Karen, glad to have you on the show this morning. You did great for your first time on TV. And thank you, David.
Thank you, Carly.
Let's send it over to Bill.
That's a pretty cat. I like David. And I like David. DJ Greg Tanner. Woo! All right, we've got more of the blend, but first the Fox forecast, and then we'll be right back.